Welcome back, everyone, to sunny San Diego here, coming to you live at Manchester Field. We're happy to bring you another wonderful day of rugby in the sunniest city in the world. I know there's been a lot of horrifying images of winter happening, but it is February here in San Diego, and there is hardly a breath of a cloud in the sky. It's a warm 70 degrees out here. We're happy to bring you another great day of rugby. My name is Kenneth Laws. I am going to be with you today on the call here for UC Davis versus the University of San Diego. It is the Aggies and the Toreros. We'll get you some lineups here in just a second, but we are about 5 minutes away from kickoff here as the captains meet with the referee right here at center field. Let's start off with the UC Davis lineups here. Just put those up on screen for us. A couple people to highlight on this UC Davis Aggies side. We've got Zachary Lee and Maxwell Burns right there, the back row of that pack. They're going to be your captains, ones to watch there as well. Ryan Morimoto obviously is also going to be a key contributor here. Some fast movement on the wings for UC Davis, but also a good sized pack here in the front. Look for Dante Brown, John Schlattler in that front row to also make a difference. As we look over at the USD first 15 here today, there are another couple of notes here. Sam Carlson is going to be your captain for the University of San Diego Toreros here, and we've got a debutante here at scrum or at half. Kieran Downs, his first ever appearance for the first 15s. See what he can do today. Daniel Sir, always a game changer for the Toreros as well. And we'll see what the Toreros have in store for us today. Their first action after an extended break over the holidays here. So they're going to be getting right back into the swing of things. Toreros have had a couple of games in conference play. This will be their third matchup here after they've gone 1-1 so far to start their conference play here. UC Davis coming off of a rare back-to-back in rugby. They played San Diego State yesterday and lost by a try to San Diego State. So they'll be coming in very warm, very hard-working team already on this weekend trip down to San Diego. But as the teams start to take the field, get final word from our coaches, we will get everything set here for you, and kickoff will be in just a few moments. And as the teams take positions here to get us started, we are moments away from kickoff. Your referee today is going to be Frank Palumbo as USD takes on UC Davis. USD will be going left to right to start in the first half here. One thing to note, if you have not seen a game here at Manchester Field, it can be a little bit confusing. That logo right there at what would be the 50-yard line of a regular football field is not the exact center. The 45-yard line is actually going to be your center, where our cameraman is currently lined up. That is midfield right there. Will be a little bit confusing, I understand, for some, but definitely something that we can get used to real quick here. San Diego will be kicking off to start this up, and we will see how they attack this, the Aggies defense here first and foremost. And it will be debutante Kieran Downs who will be kicking away here. The new fly half here in San Diego. We'll see if he chooses to go long and short, and we are underway. That kick is up. It is short. San Diego will be challenging right away. Davis does secure it, though, as we get started here. Quick attack here. USD trying to force the issue, but a little bit too aggressive and is penalized early here. Davis with an early penalty, and they're coming straight for a scrum. So we'll have our first scrum of the day within seconds of kickoff. And if you are new to rugby, this is probably one of the things that you have seen before. This is the most unique part of the sport here. One way to get us restarted, a scrum. You'll get a good angle of the Torero scrum from our cameraman. And it's entered in by Davis. An aggressive push from San Diego. But the Sir Frank Palumbo blows that one dead. See some things that he doesn't like in there. And again, one thing you're also going to see in rugby, it's a lot of teachable moments here. The referee is not just going to be a steward of the game, making sure it's fair, but he is also going to be teaching out there. That scrum was very mobile, not very stable. Wants to make sure everyone's safe, and we'll get a restart here as Davis brings it back in. It's in. Davis tries to push, but that one is collapsed. San Diego collapsing the scrum. It'll be another penalty to UC Davis. This is Davis, number 9, Donalding, looking to kick for some territory here. It'll be coming right into your living rooms here. He gets a good kick, decent distance. And this one will be a line out, our first of the day, right underneath our camera.
If it's on your side, you stay. He's never done this before.
Davis, number 1, Ethan De Silva first. A good line out. That one does get back, and Davis on the attack. Moving to the far side, brought down. Davis quick into the breakdown. A little bit slow getting that ball out, but they do secure it and they move forward again. Met at the gain line by the Toreros defense. Over to the near side. Maybe a bobble there on that. And Davis is pushed back. Another attack, another counter ruck there. And Davis maintains it. That's number 14, Joaquin Lugo, who gets out of there. San Diego pushing a lot. A box kick here. Attempted claim there by Chase Bassan, but he does drop that. And it is a knock. So Davis relieves some of that pressure. San Diego immediately pushing on those rucks, pushing the issue. They recognize they might have some tired legs on Davis, as they did play yesterday. But another scrum, and this one will be a great angle of it. You got it right at midfield. You're going to see it. Maybe a little bit of that shadow there, but you'll see everything going on here. Let's see if San Diego looks to push again. That one immediately collapses. So you'll see that talking to here. And the Sir Frank Palumbo talking to the Torero front row. Need to keep their feet a little bit.
Big scrum, Eggs!
Will get us restarted again. Donald Ing, number 9. This one does stay on. That scrum is getting pushed back, though. And San Diego does turn it over. A huge push in that scrum. So the talking to does seem to work. San Diego does gain possession on a defensive scrum there. Kieran Downs now for the penalty, kicking for touch, and he will make that. Very good kick. Well inside the 22. And look at this push on the replay here. You can see this one's pushed back more than almost 5 yards. And you see the Aggies trying to get their foot on that ball, get it out, but they can't quite do it. On the line out here, Frank Palumbo again seeing something, maybe waiting for his signal to get started. This is our first look at an attacking play here for the Toreros. That's Loifi who's going to get us started from the line out again. That line out is up. It does go a little too far. Davis had it, but it was knocked. But Davis, I think, does get it because it was not straight. Couldn't quite see the call on that. Was it a knock? And so Davis gets a little bit of a breather here. And we'll have another scrum, but they are deep in their own territory. And the Toreros will obviously be looking to push and win another scrum here. An immediate push from the Toreros. Pulling down again. And that scrum is becoming a problem early here for UC Davis. So penalty to San Diego. And it looks like they're going to be a touch and go. This is going to be real quick. They do the touch and go. They go near side. That's number 7. Cade Caulfield goes directly into contact, pushing forward. San Diego gaining quick over it. This is their first attack. And it does look like we have it. Our first try of the day. Not quite sure who finished that off for San Diego, but a quick touch and go on the near side. They go right into contact with Caulfield, and then the offload off of Caulfield's gain. And Davis just not quite ready to meet them on their goal line. So you see a little bit of trickeration there. It looks like everything's going to the far side, but they use their short numbers here on the near side. Caulfield's first drive in. And then Montague with the support there. And that looks like that's number 8, Sasha Cox, who finishes it off and gets over and gets down. And here on the conversion, Kieran Downs from a decent angle. That kick is up. Great distance, and it is through. Kieran Downs converts. It is 7-0 USD here within the first 10 minutes. All right, and we will have Davis getting us restarted here. Ing with the kick here on the restart. Ing chooses to go long. That's going to hit the deck, and that does bounce in to the try zone. So Davis tries to go long, but unfortunately that bounce bounces unkindly for them, goes all the way into the try zone. That does bring it right back to midfield for San Diego. You can see them trying to get maybe some more territory, maybe make San Diego work in their own end, but it doesn't quite work out for them this time around. So we will have a scrum at midfield. This is going to be the first scrum that San Diego has initiated, so we'll see their offensive posture here. They may not be looking to push as much as they were on the defensive side. That was it. That one is in there. And here we go. That is number 10, Kieran Downs, gaining forward. A good pass out to number 11, Chase Passon, who's on the near side. He drives through. Quick movement out of the breakdown. That's Gaducci pushing forward. Kapust now. The forwards getting involved on carrying the ball in. Downs gets it all the way out. That's Daniel Sir on the far side. And it breaks through. And that was Harris Fagan on the offload from Daniel Sir. And San Diego pushing here early. The Aggies not quite able to meet at the gain line and push back here. You can just see in that sequence before all of it how quickly all of the movement comes out. Downs gets it there. A little bit of an overlap there as Sir gets it out. And there's just no one to catch Fagan on the far side. He breaks through two would-be defenders and gets in his first try of the day. As Downs lines up for his second conversion attempt on the far side this time. We saw he had plenty of leg for the conversions here. Now it's just all about the angle. That one is up. Oh, off the upright. And that one went through. Just how he drew it up. So our score now 14-0, the Toreros lead. Here comes Ing on the restart. This one is high, medium, deep. That's going to be claimed by Sam Carlson. The good counter ruck by the Toreros. And they're going to be looking to drive forward here. They're not kicking for territory. They want to carry this one out. Slower in the breakdown from the Toreros, more deliberate. Long kick there. But it is claimed by the fullback, Alex McLaren. McLaren going out to Ing, who's got a big boot of his own. That one does hit the ground and then just gets out of bounds. Good kick for territory from Donald Ing there. It will be a line out for San Diego, but Ing does relieve some of that immediate pressure. Good pursuit there from the Toreros. It was claimed well by Alex McLaren, who gets it to his scrum half with a big boot to push it back into Torero territory. The line out here, claimed by USD. They look like they're going for a maul, but they do offload that out. There's a lot of space here on the near side, a lot of movement here. That's number 12. Will Briggs, who carries for a long time. That one is pulled out. Number 14, Joaquin Lugo, almost pulls that out, but he had to release on the tackle there. It is a penalty to San Diego. They do a quick restart, and they move forward again. There's number 7, Cade Caulfield, pushes through some contact, and he is dragging the pile forward. San Diego attacking again. Number 11, Chase Basson pushes through, and he gets his try for the day. So the Toreros very aggressive as soon as they get possession in there. Even when it looked like the Aggies had a bit of a turnover there, it was deemed not releasing there. So a penalty, but a quick restart. And the Aggies just not able to get numbers behind as USD scores another try.
Holmesy, heads up play there. Good try, Chase.
And on that replay, you see it, the quick restart. That's Caulfield dragging players forward there, just not being brought down. And he brings that pile forward. But you see the breakdown, how quick it just comes right back out. And the Aggies just not ready for it, not able to get there. So Kieran Downs looking to make it a 3-for-3 day on conversions. Low driven kick, but through again. It is 21-0 San Diego as Kieran Downs showing off the foot here early. So as we've seen so far, San Diego coming out very, very aggressive. The defensive side here for the Aggies, a lot of questions being asked. They need to be more aggressive and just ready for that quick tap, the movement that San Diego has. They just haven't had the numbers in line. They haven't been able to meet anyone at the gain line just yet. Ing with the restart, but that one is skewed. It's not going to go 10 yards. And that's going to be another scrum at midfield here. So not a lot going right for Davis. Need a quick reset here because you know that San Diego is going to be coming back aggressive. In the first 15 minutes, already 3 tries. And San Diego looking for more. Here comes another great shot of this scrum. San Diego solid in that scrum. No push, really. Holmberg there with a fake over to the near side. Gets it out to the far side. Harris Fagan, a little bit of a bobble on the far side. And a good push here. The Aggies able to get in there. San Diego penalized, not releasing the ball quick enough. And so Davis does get a much-needed turnover here. Ing will kick for touch here for some distance. Low-driven kick. Gets a spectator. Spectator seems to be all right, though. A good throw in his own right back in the field. If you are coming to a rugby match, that ball will come into the stands. Look at this one. It'll be a line drive. Heat-seeking missile to the back of this guy's dome. Oh, my. On the restart, Davis does get it. Well maintained, bobbled there, but Davis maintains it. That's number 12, Bratcher. Good hands with contact right there. Good counter ruck there. But Davis pushing forward. Attempted poach there, not given. And the Aggies maintain possession here, and they're on the offense. Aggressive push here. That's number 1, Ethan De Silva, who comes forward. And every time that ball has been passed out to the side, and a successful poach, not releasing. And San Diego immediately moves forward. A squib kick forward there by number 9. Looked to be a dangerous tackle there in the corner. But Holmberg able to squib that forward, force the issue. And it looks like the sir is called a knock forward, so San Diego will actually move and gain this here. So there will be a scrum deep in Aggies territory. You see it right there. A quick restart by Holmberg. Holmberg goes forward, and the squib right through. Oh, it was a knock earlier on that. So while it was claimed by the Aggies, there was a little bit of a knock forward. And as we're restarted there, a kick out to the side. Well claimed. What a play here. Oh, but it looks like it's being called back here. A little bit of confusion on the field here. And it's called back for offside, so there was an incredible kick to the corner that was claimed, but it's been erased there. See that? One, no Aggie in the neighborhood, but that was blown dead immediately. And so Davis gets a little bit of relief there. On the restart. Kicked for some distance. But another foul, or another penalty here. So San Diego very aggressive on both sides of the ball. Trying for some style points on that cross kick. But on the restart, a little too aggressive in the pursuit. And Ng is going to be kicking for distance. This one not a line drive, but it does nail a car there. Everyone paying attention now. As soon as Donald Ng's got that ball on his foot, everyone on that far side, on the spectator side, definitely paying attention now. And here we go. You're going to have a great view of the line out. Aggies have been successful on this so far. But there is the commentator's curse. That one is not straight, and you can see it from our camera shot. That lineout does have to go right down the middle, and a good tell is if if your guys are reaching too far to their right or their left, that's going to tell you it's not straight. So USD elects for a scrum here. They haven't had a lot of push from the Aggies on this on the defensive side, so they'll get us restarted. But that scrum does collapse. Aggies saying pulling down, but it looks like just a talking to for right now. We've seen this a couple of times from Frank Palumbo. He's gone in there, allowed a restart, but eventually that's going to come back, and they're going to start turning that ball over. Good scrum this time, stable. Quick out. An attempted 50-22 going out there, but it doesn't quite get all the way out to the side. Kieran Downs with it now. Not a lot of pursuit from Davis. A good ball, but just forward. So San Diego aggressive there. It was a great looking ball from Kieran Downs, but it was deemed to be forward there, so it is a turnover again. So a lot of stop and start here. You can see it right there. Just doesn't quite get back enough, but it bypasses 3 or 4 defenders. Scrum again, blown dead. So this is going to be an Aggie scrum. Been a minute since we've seen one of these, but remember early on, Toreros were aggressive. They pushed a couple of scrums well back. We'll see what they go for this time. Big push from San Diego. But a penalty to the Aggies on that scrum. Too aggressive here. Quick restart. That one's over. Well claimed That's Aiden Trojak. Good hands there and a good ruck from the Aggies, but that ball does hit the deck. That's going backwards here. Claimed again by Maxwell Burns, the captain. Aggressive pursuit on defense here. Low claim the Aggies maintain there. Ing out again. Looks for some distance here for a good kick. And that one is claimed well. Good move there. I think that was Harris Fagan on the far side. And the offloads are coming quick here. It's Will Briggs, but he had to go down there. He was wrapped. So Davis gets another reprieve here. The Toreros feel like they can get tries by the barrel full here, and they're going for them, but they're going a little too aggressive. Heads up, here comes Donalding. And a good distance kick for that. Our first sub of the day. That's Alec Arno coming on, number 18. There's the bobble here, but well claimed right there going into contact. That was Aiden Trojak. And then there's the aggression. But right there, the wrap right there, and he tries to keep going. So that's Arthur Spring who's coming off for Alec Arno, the number 5 Arthur Spring. Attempted poach there from San Diego. And that's number 13, Daniel Sir. Almost gets all around. There's number 7, Cade Caulfield. And you just see how quick out of the breakdown the Toreros are. Aggies trying to get their defense in order behind it, but they can't get it in time there. And that is another try for San Diego, I believe. And you can just see how quick out of the breakdown San Diego is. They know the Aggies are scrambling to get back, and the Aggies just can't get their defense organized in time. And a 4th try here for the Toreros. I think that was Sasha Cox who gets in there. We'll see here. As Downs converts the easy kick, it is 28-0. We'll show you that replay. This one gets over. You see, almost gets through, just a little too far. Bassan was there waiting for it. But then the quick restart. That's Holmberg gets on there again, and yet that is Sasha Cox who just pushes his way through. The Aggies just not able to get behind the defense quick enough and meet at the gain line. And really, in the end, it is an easy try. So here we go, Ing on the restart. High kick. This one could be contested. Oh, a dangerous play right there. Sam Carlson gets undercut. Obviously no malice in that. So an early penalty. That one does get out into touch. Looks like everyone's okay from that dangerous play there, but we'll have a line out for the Toreros. You see this here. These are always going to be nervy. But Carlson goes up, claims it bravely, but gets undercut there. You never want to see that. And we'll see if the Toreros can get this line out straight. They've had a difficulty with that. Great line out there, and a maul here. Oh, but that was a fake maul. Faked everybody out there. Quick in there. The Toreros on the attack. And driven over, that's Brandon Gaducci, who just can't be brought down. A couple of tacklers bowled over backwards. The Toreros trying to get through quick here. That ball does get out off to the far side. Downs gets it all the way out to the wing. cut back in there. And a try over in the corner. And that's been the name of the game so far for the Toreros. That breakdown is lightning quick. As soon as that ball is on the ground, they want to get it out and moving again. Couldn't quite see who finished that one off for them. But you see it right there. Downs with the attempt on there. And that's Fagan who cuts back and just isn't brought down. And there you go, yep. That's number 13, Daniel Sir, who gets it over. And if you're new to rugby, you don't have to get your whole body over there. You just got to get that ball down. You see him reaching over for it. So it'll be a tight angle here for Downs. He was all the way on the far side, so his kick comes out to the very far edge. Distance is good, but does not get through the uprights. So the debutant does have a flaw in him. He doesn't go perfect on the day, but the score is 33-0 USD as they are owning this game early on. Half an hour in. And we have another sub coming on. And that's Cole Ishimaru coming in, I believe. So some early subs here. And obviously we did mention that yesterday Davis had played a match of their own. It's not very often that you have multiple matches within a single week, let alone in a single weekend. So some tired legs out there already for UC Davis. To be expected, though, playing a bruising day yesterday at San Diego State. Not much travel, just coming across town, but 2 games is still 2 games. So a little bit of a talk here, just making sure and it looks like that's Maxwell Burns just making sure that he understands some of the earlier play. Ing on the restart. That one is short and high. This will be contested. Well claimed by Sam Carlson, the captain. A good ruck there. And Aggie trapped under the pile there. So some numbers advantage if the Toreros can get it. But a good meet here. So Davis with a good push on defense. That kick deep here, but that'll be claimed by the back line, by the backs here for the Aggies. That's Ing, a dangerous low line drive there. That one swips through. Kept in somehow. Oh, but the Sir does claim that he comes out. Cade Caulfield looked to have kept that in. But it will be a line out to the Aggies. That dangerous line drive gets through. And Caulfield almost gets there. And we thought he had it out, but he was deemed out there. On the line out here, Aggies in Torero's territory here. We'll see what they can do on the offense. That's sub Cole Ishimaru immediately getting into the action. And here we go, some attacking play from Davis. But it looked like that one was spilled over there. And a turn. San Diego does turn it over there, so that attack does peter out before it really gets a chance to move forward. But a penalty here to Davis. They are able to retain it after the turnover. And so we'll see what they decide to start on here. A touch and go here, so not kicking for territory. And the gang work there, pushed in. Good push from the Aggies here now. Ball coming to the near side. That one is bobbled and knocked forward. And Ty Norvell unable to secure that one. And the knock-on does turn it over. So a couple of good sequences there for the Aggies on offense. But not able to string enough together to really put San Diego under any real pressure here. So we'll have a scrum near midfield. USD gets us started. But we're stopped here. Again, a talking to, just making sure that everyone's on the same page in there. Scrums can be extremely dangerous if done incorrectly, so want to make sure the safety is paramount there. That scrum is stable, and the Toreros bring it to the near side. Downs with a clever offload there. And that was O'Rourke with a squib through. And here comes the pursuit. Who's going to get there first? Oh, my goodness. That was Chase Basson. That is a highlight reel team try right there. Ronan O'Rourke with the squib through, and Chase Basson just beats everyone to that ball. It's a quick feat. You'll see that on the near side here as it comes out. They bring it to the near side. A clever offload right there. But then O'Rourke with a squib from midfield, and that one just rolls forever. And you see how far behind Basson was to start there, and he meets shoulder to shoulder and just gets there first for the try. That'll be one that the Toreros will want to show off for a while. Here's Downs for the conversion. That kick is up, and it is through. Downs having a great afternoon so far on the offloads and on the conversions today. So as we approach halftime here, obviously a great first half for San Diego. A frustrating first half for the Aggies. But there have been some moments here. And as you see on the restart, Captain Maxwell Burns talking with Frank Palumbo, making sure he understands some of his calls from earlier on. But the Aggies, no matter what the scoreboard is saying, there's a lot that you can still take from this game. As Ing gets us restarted, a short high kick, claimed again by Carlson. Great hands. San Diego directly into contact there. That was Tanner Barnes. An attempted poach there. I think that was Colton Heap who gets through, forces the issue. Will Briggs brought right to the near side. And Brandon Gaducci pushing forward. Not quite secured down, so able to get a few more. A little bit slower out of the breakdown. Box kick charge down. Reclaimed. Believe that's Andrew Garcia who gets in there. And the Aggies have it on the offense here. Looking to make some noise here before half. The Aggies on their first attempt on attack. Good ruck here. Aggies taking their time. They've got to get that ball moving. A little bit of confusion here on the breakdown. That ball not getting out. Poached there. And that one's going to be taken. Looks to be to the house. That's Guiducci. Just read it like a book. From defense comes attack. Ripping the hearts out of UC Davis. They look to have something going there, but a telegraphed pass. And Brandon Guiducci grabs that one, takes it to the house. Just as UC Davis getting into the offensive half, getting into their structure, they just weren't making decisions quickly. And you can see it even from here. He's waiting for that ball. And Guiducci, no one in front of him. And the conversion was good. And so an incredible first half for San Diego as we approach the end of halftime here. And we are at 47-0 here just at halftime. And a quick reminder, while we do have that score bug with some time there, doesn't necessarily depict the exact time. The only watch on the field that matters is the one on Frank Palumbo's wrist. He will call halftime. High short kick, just short of that 10 meters. So it was claimed, but we are going to call half there. So again, a great first half for USD. Bit of a nightmare out there for UC Davis. Look to have something going right there at the end, but taken by Brandon Guiducci. 47-0 is our score at halftime. We're going to show you some of those highlights. Plenty of tries to show you. A lot of them are going to be USD highlights here. But as we get you set for the second half, we'll be back in just a few moments, and we will show you those highlights while that halftime talks go on for both teams. All right, and before we get you back for the second half, a little bit of our house cleaning over on the side. We want to thank some of our sponsors at USD Rugby here. So first off, NFP USD Rugby is powered by teamwork, both on the pitch and in our partnerships. The Toreros would like to thank NFP for investing in our student athletes and believing in the future of our club. Through their generous support of USD Rugby, NFP has ensured that the Toreros can continue to perform at the highest level. For trusted policy guidance and coverage options, head to nfp.com to see how they can support your business insurance needs. NFP and Aon Company. Now Sports fuels USD Rugby on and off the pitch. Now Sports products are among the best in the industry, backed by world-class research, rigorous development standards, and the use of high-quality ingredients. Whether you're a full-time pro or just getting back into the game, Now Sports has the clean, lab-tested supplements and nutritional products you need, all without artificial colors or flavors. Together with USD Rugby, Now Sports is helping to form champions who compete with integrity. Visit nowsportshub.com to learn more about how Now Sports can fuel your performance. And of course, we wouldn't be here without our friends at TVX Video. TVX Video has been covering sports in San Diego and around the country for nearly 20 years. They are committed to bringing you the best in live, local, and emerging sports coverage. If you enjoy these live streams, please consider showing your support with a super chat or by joining the TVX Sports Video Membership Program. Every donation goes towards supporting live, local, and emerging sports. So the teams are taking the field here for the second half. And as we mentioned, and as you can see from that score bug, a great afternoon here in San Diego for the Toreros, and a tough one so far for Davis. But rugby is all about learning and growing, and there is plenty still to do in these last 40 minutes. Davis will look to have a little bit more time on the ball on offense, and when they do have that time, they're going to want to sit. They're going to want to be able to string together more passes. A couple of players to highlight so far. We've had Donald Ing involved a couple of times. Very dangerous foot, both on and off the field. Got a spectator at one point, and he's gotten a couple cars, but he's also forced the issue with some kicks forward. And so Davis does have the tools available to make San Diego make some moves. But they just need to put all of that together all at once. San Diego on the other side, they've been aggressive. They've obviously seen that they can get tries at will at times, so they want to move quickly, but they've been penalized plenty of times. And so we get restarted here. Ing again with a big kick. That one gets down to the ground and does get out of bounds without anyone claiming it. So we will have a line out to San Diego. Not very often those restart kicks hit the ground and then aren't claimed by anybody. But a Toreros line out on the far side. Loefe gets us started, but it is not straight. And that has been a problem a couple of times here today. The lineouts for San Diego not quite working and getting them started. Everything else aggressive and working forward, but definitely something they'll want to work on this week. So it'll be a scrum in the attacking half for the Aggies. So just like we were talking about, they're going to want to string these together. They're going to want to be able to push forward and get good movement out of this scrum. I'm sorry, it is going to be a line out here. I believe that's Ethan De Silva getting us started. Line out is claimed, and it bounces around there. Somehow the Toreros come up with it. So turned over. And a quick push through. He breaks the line, and a shoestring tackle there. Cross kick over to the near side. Harris Fagan now breaks one tackle, bobbles it on his own, though. Looking quick there. A lot going on in that sequence there. So we had the turnover, and we do have an injured player there. a lot to unpack. So this one gets through the line break here. I believe that's Montague who gets through, but the shoestring tackle, and it looks like that's what actually has caused a little bit of the injury here. Obviously, he's brought down hard, but then a cross kick all the way over here, claimed by Fagan, who gets around his first tackler, and he looks to cut back, but then bobbles his own there and knocks it forward. As we do tend to our injured Torero there. And this one does unfortunately seem to be serious. He has not been moving. So the teams will get a little bit of a breather here. And USD training staff. And they are waving more people in. And definitely not what you want to see here today. And Montague is going to be carried off the field. He's not able to go off on his own power here. Obviously a very tough scene here. And that's... But we will get restarted here. And we'll confirm who that is injured. But it does look to be quite serious over there, as you see a whole squad of people over there taking him over to the tent. But we'll get restarted here and play the rest of our half of rugby. Boss. Hey, was that Torres? And that was Cade Caulfield actually going down there. And he'll still be attending to, but we will get restarted now with a scrum in the Aggies half here. So Caulfield does go down with it. It looked to be a serious injury there. And he's going to be replaced. And San Diego does go right back to work, though. Spins the scrum, wins it defensively. Will Briggs breaking tackles, gets all the way through for a try. So immediately right back to work. You're going to see that on the replay. Just not good enough tackling from the Aggies. Will Briggs moves through, breaks at least 2 tackles, and drags that ball across, scores his own try. So there's the scrum right there, immediately turned. And Briggs just moves forward, keeps going, and dives forward. So even when he was brought down, he's still gaining meters ahead. And on the conversion, here's Kieran Downs. Kick is up, and it is good. And so the score is 54-0 here. An early try in the second half for USD after an injury to the number 7, Cade Caulfield. still being attended to over on the far sideline. But USD not missing a beat. Even after seeing a scary injury like that, they come right back in. On the restart, it is high and short. Knocked backwards. And USD is able to claim. San Diego moving forward. They've been quick out of the breakdown, but this one's a little bit slower. And a box kick up. Claimed by Ing. Ing goes through. Gets back to midfield. The Aggies start quick. And they drive forward, but met well by the Toreros. Ing drops it out there. That's poached again. That's Daniel Sir who's going to take it to the house. So again, we have another house call for San Diego. And a quick conversion there. You see this? Ing gets it over to Lugo. Lugo sees, but I think he overshoots his own guy, maybe thinking he was a defender, and it goes right in to Daniel Sir's hands. And no one there to stop him as he makes another easy try here with an easy conversion after for Kiernan Downs. 61-0 is our score. Ing on the restart. He does go deep this time. That is claimed. Downs puts it to his foot, but it does go straight out. Good hands over on the sideline there, protecting a couple of other spectators. That early missile from Ing on the other side has put this crowd on notice. They are now well aware of anything coming their way. Aggies to do a line out here, get us restarted. Contested line out. And San Diego comes up with it as that ball gets knocked down to the ground. San Diego coming to the near side. That was Loifi there. And a great pursuit there. Well done by the Aggies. Forcing a knock there. That was Colton Heap who gets in. And he's feeling it there. But well done. Aggressive. And he earns himself a break getting that turnover. You'll see this right here. Loifi gets it down to the ground, drives forward, and then maybe a double pump there as Holmberg just doesn't get that ball out quick enough. So Aggies ball here right at midfield. They win their scrum and they move forward here. Davis pushing forward. Here we go. But it is dropped forward. And another knock. That's what we've been talking about a little bit here. The Aggies just haven't been able to get to a rhythm yet. They haven't been able to string together more than 2 or 3 passes. And it's just hamstrung their ability to really make any sort of pressure for any sustained amount of time. So it'll be a USD scrum here in the Aggies half. Solid scrum there. And here comes San Diego on the attack. An overlap there. That's Daniel Sir, and he just hasn't been touched, and he keeps going. Finally brought down. But he's got to stay down. He thinks he can get forward again, but he was brought all the way down. stopped by Frank Palumbo there, but Daniel Sir breaks the line. And then as he tried to get over, but once you get brought down, you get one more movement, but that movement can't be 3 more steps into the try zone. Huge kick for some good distance, relieves some pressure here. Here's the clever overlap. Sir just changes the direction. He doesn't even get touched until this last tackle here. And you see he's brought down, but he's got to actually stay down. So Aggies get us started here. Will Briggs on the tackle here for USD. A huge kick from Ing. That boot gets behind the backs. And a tough bounce. Let's see the pursuit. Good hands there from O'Rourke. And the backs here, that's Kieran Downs moving now. And he gets around his defender. You can bring me back for a full replay of that since no one talked to me. No one was talking. All right. Well, apologies for a little bit of silence there. I got the front row seat of rugby there on that pursuit. You can see it right here on this attempted tackle. That guy goes right into my lap, took out a little bit of the work there. USD did get a try on that. And as we are back on live action here, USD on the attack. Downs with a huge pass across. And USD gets all the way around. That is Sam Carlson on the far side. Gets a try of his own. So a lot to talk about in the last 5 minutes. I got a souvenir, a rugby player for me to take home. USD scoring 2 tries in that time. And we'll get you a replay of all of that in just a second. So it starts with Nate Left just running over a couple of defenders. But again, quick out of the breakdown. And then this pass here from Kieran Downs finds Carlson all on his own. And again, breaking more tackles. The Aggies just out of gas here and not able to bring him down. And he scores his own try. And then Downs wide left on his conversion here. But we are now at 73-0 here in the second half. USD perhaps eyeing a century here as they are not letting up on offense one bit. So here we go on the restart. Ing. He kicks it high, medium, deep. Contested there, but USD does come up with it. And USD hasn't been kicking for territory all day. Driven back there, well tackled by the Aggies. High kick from Holmberg. And Ing just can't quite get it. And San Diego on the attack again. That's Johnny Butler who gets forward with it. Broken forward now. That's Teddy Montague moving in. Montague brought down from behind. Will Briggs brought down. And finally a try there. And I believe that's Johnny Butler who got the end on the end of it there. A good team try here. You see Montague, and he looks around, surprised, I think, that he had the line break there. Doesn't quite get the ball in there. And it's brought forward again. And another try for San Diego. So you can just see the differing fitness levels here. San Diego with plenty to give. The Aggies at that disadvantage having played yesterday. And you can see they just don't have the same fitness level that they need to contend right now. And we are at 80-0. So as we get deeper into the second half, a lot of subs coming on now for the Toreros. We've called a couple of their names already. Johnny Butler is on there. Kaz Asley has now entered the game here. And we'll get the rest as they come in. Ing on the restart. Short, well contested by the Aggies. Great job there. And the Aggies on offense. That ball is loose. But Ing takes command of it again. And he pushes forward. The Aggies just needing to push. And they just can't get moving quick enough. As San Diego gets those hands in there and they poach that ball away, force a penalty. So as we've said, San Diego just not letting up. And they kick from that penalty to touch. There will be a line out for San Diego. And it is the reality of this sport in college. Obviously, there are going to be some times when the scores get out of hand here. Plenty for both teams still to do, plenty for both teams to learn there. We've seen a couple of bad lineouts from San Diego before, but that one is good. A good claim by Kieran Downs on one that hit the deck. But the Aggies will move forward as he tries to squib it through. Ing with a box kick. That one's high. Well claimed by Kieran Downs. And he is hit right as he comes in there. Good rugby on both sides. And Montague knocks that one forward. And the Aggies will have a scrum here at midfield. Here comes number 17, Sammy Park, who is also making his A-size debut today. and he'll be right into a scrum right off the start. He's your near side front rower right here. Here comes that scrum. A good push from the Aggies. They hold up. That one pushed forward. That was Ryan Morimoto who gets a good distance on that. Johnny Butler claiming on the backside. He's not being brought down. Normally you're supposed to share it with your friends. He is just driving forward. And there's Sammy Park on his debut. And he's got a friend Kaz Aslay driving forward with him. The subs getting involved here. Here this comes over on the near side. A good tackle there. The Aggies with some good defensive posture right now, but USD is still driving forward. That's Sasha Cox who pushes the file forward. And you just see how fast out of the breakdown. A couple of dummies there from Kieran Downs. He's brought down, but the offload is quick. And they're just getting quicker and quicker, and another try. I believe that was Max Sines there who scores his try. On this replay, you could start it anywhere, but this is where the offloads got fancy as they are being brought down. That one just squirts out and they're moving forward. And another one as they're moving forward. And Max Sines for sure goes right through the uprights. And Kieran Downs here for, I've lost count of how many conversions he's got today. And he boots that in with authority. So San Diego definitely feeling themselves right now. And you kind of saw in that sequence there exactly what's missing from the Aggies' offensive attack right now. They're just not able to string together enough of those sequences, enough of those offloads and passes. But San Diego, even when they're being brought down, they've got support. They've got someone showing up right behind the pile. And they don't even go into the breakdown, into a ruck. They just offload, they dump that out, and it keeps moving forward. It forces the defense to continue moving backwards. And it can't be said enough, though. The Aggies are playing their second A-sides game of the weekend, so it's just been a tough go of it so far. On the restart, though, not claimed by San Diego, and the Aggies get to it. Davis now on the attack. Couple of these passes, they need to secure it through the ruck here. They do secure this ruck, but it's just too long. San Diego able to get going and able to push forward. Davis with a clever little dink over, but it's not gathered. Bratcher had it in his hands and he just couldn't secure it. And so San Diego turns it over again. And here we go. Right into contact. It's Will Briggs. Not afraid of that contact. Obviously knows that the Aggies are gassed right now. A box kick here from Holmberg. He gets it far. It is claimed. That was Alex McLaren on the bobble, but he does get to it. And now the Aggies in their own half. See if they look to carry it out or if they look to kick for some distance and relieve some of this pressure. Solid ruck still there. Aggies carrying it forward. It's John Schlattler. And there's Ing, that big foot. Good pursuit here. But it's just a little too early. That pursuit just coming a little too early, deemed offsides. And so San Diego will have a penalty here. And they are going to kick to the corner here. So something you'll see a little bit when games and score lines get a little bit out of hand. Even though San Diego knows they can just touch and go and they can drive and attack right away, they probably want to work on these lineouts here. They're probably looking to get an attacking maul here, see if they have that in them, see what they want to do here. And you don't get first team minutes all the time against opponents here, so we're going to test that out. The lineout is good, and on cue, here comes that maul. They're going to try and drive this all the way into the try zone. They're moving so far. Aggie's not able to slow it down. It does break apart. So a decent stand from the Aggies, but they're still under pressure here. And here comes San Diego looking for that to push towards that century. That's number 21. Nate Leff gets through, and he scores his try. And I mean, you can see it out there, the hands on the knees. The Aggies are just gassed. It has been a long weekend. It has been a tough weekend. But they are not going to just quit and roll over here. So here you go. You see that maul break apart. And when the breakdown does happen, that ball gets out quick and drives through. And you see there's Nate Leff right there, just ready, and gets past two of his tacklers. They bring him down, but not before he's able to touch that down in the try zone. We've got a change at kicker here. Ronan O'Rourke will go for a conversion here after a great debut from Kieran Downs, and O'Rourke slots his conversion through. And our score is 94-0. So here comes the restart here. And just an update from the sidelines. You might be able to see it over there. Cade Caulfield is being taken by local paramedics off on a stretcher, but he did give a thumbs up. Tough to see, but good to see he's up. And we will continue on here as Cade goes and gets that attention. The line out here on the restart is good. The maul started from their own half, not something you see very often. And that maul is moving. That is a fast-moving maul. San Diego gets a lot of territory there. Kaz Asley bowls over a couple and is dragging tacklers forward. Big Kaz Asley there. The sub making his mark. Calero there gets involved. As San Diego's emptied the bench, this one gets all the way across to Nate Leff. Nate Leff runs through a tackler. And that one is a hard tackle right there, and you see he is down still. And that one looked like there was some contact high up. And he is back on his feet. The USD trainer coming over. I think that's Noah Gould there. Here we see that replay. Sasley. There is a lot of momentum and inertia moving through that pile right there. And here you can see Nate Leff directly into this contact. Hard into the chest and neck area. It looks like just the bell rung a little bit. But he is going to be seen by the USD trainer, make sure everything is all good off to the side. So subbed out. and USD and UC Davis will restart here with a Davis scrum in their own half. Got a false start here on this scrum. Again, just making sure we're all following the same rules, all staying safe out there. We've seen a couple of injuries today, a couple of people walking off the field before they wanted to. You don't want anyone getting hurt in this mass of bodies that is a scrum. There's the restart here. USC pushing, but that ball does get out. Here's Lugo who tries to break through, but is brought down. That was Dean Rapetti who got him by the jersey, was able to bring him back. And a line break here on the far side. And here come the Aggies, one man to beat. Well tackled there. What a sequence on defense here from USD. The Aggies with a line break, one man to beat, but he's not able to beat that man. And he didn't have any support with him, unfortunately, and he is penalized, and San Diego turns it over. And it's just been the story of the game as we see this replay coming up here just when things are starting to go right for the Aggies. And you've just got that one man to beat, but well stood up there. That is textbook last man back defending. And just unfortunately, the support didn't get there in time, and San Diego's able to turn it over. Off the line out, well claimed by San Diego. And they are pushing this pile forward again. The fitness of San Diego on display. Dean Rapetti carrying it forward, looking to get his name on the score sheet. This one's through over to O'Rourke. And a good offload there to Nate Leff. And just no one there to meet him. Another try. And you can see just the difference in these two teams right now. And you have to wonder if maybe we see a different team here. They don't have to play the day before. As that one catch right there, unfortunately, the last man back, caught in no man's land. And Nate Leff scores his try. O'Rourke here from a difficult angle here, looking to secure that century mark for the Toreros. O'Rourke's kick is up. It does not have the distance, though. It was online. And so we will remain at 99. Nothing here. Hey, did I lose audio? Gotcha, okay. So we'll get restarted here. Ing with a high kick. Claimed well. And USD right into some contact there on the far side. That was Johnny Butler who almost broke through, but puts himself down. That ball bobbled and turned over here. A knock on by USD. So the Aggies will have possession in their attacking half. UC Davis scrum here. They get a good push this time. Great scrum by the Aggies. Let's see if they can bring anything of it. That's Lugo. And a great ruck by the Aggies here as well. Ing with a pooch kick over the top, but it's claimed there by Holmberg. Holmberg gets it out. And there's just so much space here in front. There's Nate Leff on the sideline, breaks one tackle, and he's able to get around. Nate Leff takes it all the way to the middle and belly flops on it there. And there is that century. And considering how close that play was to the booth, I can tell you as soon as that ball got into Nate Leff's hands, he was thinking try the whole way. His eyes got very big with how much space he had. He saw that gap, saw he really only had to beat one tackler off to the side, breaks through the arm tackle, and is able to get all the way around. Conversion is good. So in our last 5 minutes or so here, USD has reached that century point. They've been able to score in all manner of way here today. They've had a couple of intercepts. They've had some team tries here. And let's see if you can, if the camera catches how big Nate's eyes get right here. And he sees he's got those guys there. One tackle just couldn't quite force him out. And this last one there also, not much can be done there. And San Diego has just had their way all day. A short kick on the restart, claimed perfectly, 10 meters. Aggies on the attack. But USD immediately with a push. And they have turned that one over here, it looks. So here comes USD on the attack. That's big Kaz Aslay. No one wants to see him. He makes a line break. And here he goes. One man to beat on his side, and he is brought down. Aslay almost with the try of his year. But USD continues to attack. You got to think Kaz wants that ball again, but they're going to come out to the side. Nate left all the space over here on the right, but Ronan O'Rourke is just going to take it himself and secures his own try. We'll show you the replay of that, but the big show of that story was a good 40 meters or so gained by Kaz Aslay on that line break. Who says the forwards can't make those line breaks look good too? And here it is, starting deep in his own half. Let's see how far he gets there. There's a lot of contact there, but he just shrugs it all off. And a good last man back tackle. I think that was Alex McLaren who saves the try there and spoils Aslay's highlight. And then you can see here, just not enough on the outside. Ronan O'Rourke gets his own try there. And O'Rourke converts his own try. And the Sur is going to call it there. That is going to be our final. USD takes this one, scoring 113 points here, passing the century mark and shutting out UC Davis at home here in San Diego. A tough afternoon for the Aggies, a dream afternoon for San Diego. Davis comes down to San Diego, plays San Diego State and USD in a weekend. Tough ask of them here, but they showed a lot of heart here, a lot of great things. They've got a great strong boot in Donald Ng out there, a couple of great tackles to save long tries, and you got to admire it. You go through it, you know you're going to come up against a tough situation here, but the Aggies played all 80 minutes with great heart here. Torero's just too much for them, regardless of what that fitness level is going to be. Hard to pick a standout on the Torero side. A lot of guys on the score sheet, a lot of guys out there. Obviously a tough afternoon. You see, we saw Cade Caulfield leave the game with a serious injury. He was taken to a local hospital by paramedics. So a very unfortunate end for his day there. But on the score sheet, it is San Diego who walks away with the points here today. They are successful at home. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast here with us on our friends at TVX. USD Rugby victorious here today as they take their lap of honor in front of their fans on the far side. We will see you next time here at Manchester Field. Thank you so much for watching.